What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about why the Atlanta Falcons drafted Drake London. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for continuing to tune into the channel, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you would like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned, in today's video, I do want to talk about why the Atlanta Falcons drafted Drake London. And I'm going to give a couple of reasons why I believe the Falcons chose Drake London. The first reason I believe the Falcons drafted Drake London in the 2022 NFL draft with that first pick is because he fits Arthur Smith's scheme perfectly. You guys know when I was doing my draft board, I loved Drake London when I watched his tape, and I felt that he would be a perfect fit in this Arthur Smith scheme. And I really believe that was the main reason the Falcons drafted him, is because he's 6'4", 6'5", 200 plus pounds, and he's a guy that fits the scheme perfectly. We all know that Arthur Smith loves physical wide receivers that can block in the running game, and Drake London fits that mold perfectly. He fits this scheme perfectly. Being a guy who can block, being a guy who is great after run after catch as far as getting yak yardage, a guy who can catch contested passes, because we know that Arthur Smith loves to throw balls across the middle of the field. He loves to throw the intermediate passes and things of that nature. And the lanes are a lot tighter in the red zone, and you need big physical wide receivers to be able to go across the middle of the field, to be able to make contested catches. And that's something that Drake London does best. He's probably the best wide receiver at catching contested balls out of this draft class. So I feel like that was the first reason why the Atlanta Falcons took Drake London. My second reason for the Atlanta Falcons drafting Drake London would be Kyle Pitts. As we know, Kyle Pitts last year was our best pass catcher. Even though he's a tight end, he mainly played the number one wide receiver role for our Falcons. But drafting a guy like Drake London takes pressure off of Kyle Pitts, and it takes attention off of Kyle Pitts. If you remember watching games last year with Kyle Pitts, he was getting double and triple teamed pretty much on every single play, because they knew that none of our other wide receivers could beat one-on-one man coverage, or they couldn't catch contested catches. So Kyle Pitts pretty much drew all of the attention for the most part in the passing game. So now with Drake London, you have a guy that can take pressure off of Kyle Pitts and take attention off of Kyle Pitts. And I really think that's going to unleash Kyle Pitts this season, because you're not going to be able to double team him and Drake London. And if Drake London comes in and has the impact I believe he'll have as a number one wide receiver, I think that Kyle Pitts' numbers will look a lot better this season, even though last season he did eclipse 1,000 yards and he did make a Pro Bowl as a rookie. So I think the best is yet to come for Kyle Pitts. And I think that this is a breath of fresh air for Kyle Pitts, having another guy that can be a playmaker out there on the field, and not, having to rely heavily just on Kyle Pitts on crucial downs, like on third downs and things of that nature. Teams can't just lock in and key in on Kyle Pitts, because now you have another guy who's a playmaker in Drake London. And my third and final reason I feel like the Falcons took Drake London is because of the quarterback situation. I really think that Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota, to find out if these guys are truly franchise quarterbacks, and to find out if these guys are the future of our Atlanta Falcons, you have to give young quarterbacks weapons, and any quarterback in general, whether it's a young quarterback or a veteran quarterback, but definitely, an unproven quarterback. You definitely have to, if you're trying to evaluate a quarterback fairly and to know if these guys are going to be the future of the Atlanta Falcons, you have to give them weapons. If you don't have weapons, it's basically going to be impossible for us to be able to give a fair evaluation of how good Marcus Mariota or how good Desmond Ridder can be. So with bringing in Drake London to add to Kyle Pitts, and then we brought in a couple more wide receivers here in free agency, now you're going to be able to get a fair evaluation to find out, is Marcus Mariota the future of our Atlanta Falcons? Is Desmond Ridder the future of the Atlanta Falcons? And how good these guys really can be. Last season, Matt Ryan didn't have many weapons. Good news, we already knew what we had in Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan has been an MVP of the league. He's played with loaded teams with Julio Jones, with Mohamed Sanu, and with the litany of guys that we had over the years, Calvin Ridley. So we knew that Matt Ryan was a franchise guy, even though he didn't have weapons last season. We knew that his numbers were kind of suppressed in the passing game. It was his first season not throwing over 4,000 yards in like the last decade due to him not having the weapons. But guys like Marcus Mariota, a guy who's trying to resurrect his career, the only way we're going to be able to evaluate him fairly is giving him weapons to see how well he plays and to give him a fair shot at possibly being the future of the Atlanta Falcons, him and Desmond Ridder. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. As always, Falcons Nation, I'll holler at you guys in the next video. Rise up. Peace.